The hot mix has arrived. I'm taking it into a power level 140 mission against elemental husks to see what kind of a weapon it is, and I can demolish 140 smashers, not a problem. Obviously also normal husks and huskies. It is not that good against shielders, as you can see here. These sound waves don't really penetrate it, but let's dig into the hot mix available in the weekly store right now. Definitely a weapon you should buy. I'm not much for pistols, but this one has me pretty excited. It has a very interesting range of perks. That means that you can go crazy high on crit chance, you can go crazy high on crit damage. So you have some pretty nice options in terms of classic high DPS burst builds and overall damage builds. So it's like really interesting. You can only go fire, energy and physical damage on it. I went energy on mine. And the interesting thing about this weapon is that it actually causes fire affliction damage for a short duration, and it makes enemies dance when you hit them. So what kind of a weapon is this? When do you want to use it? I fooled a little bit around with it, and I have to say it is a pretty good tool for like the range of pistols that I have. I'm not like huge on pistols, but this one actually has me pretty excited. But this is one of the builds, the Beetlejuice build, where you go 500% critical hit damage, 110,000 damage every second shot, give or take. So, I mean, it fires multiple shots at a time that pierce enemies. So, 50% chance to crit is actually 1 crit per shot, so to say, because you fire 2 projectiles. It's a very interesting weapon that I'm going to be fooling a lot more around with. It is nice that I finally have a pistol that I want to be using. You can go with something such as Deadeye or Quick Draw Calamity. When you inspect the weapon with Quick Draw, you don't get the high added bonus because it is only added for the first 6 shots, so it doesn't reflect on the weapon. But DPS wise it is actually better than Deadeye, but only for 6 shots. You have a lot of cool options that you can use to boost your DPS with ranged weapons, with pistols. I found it kind of interesting that this time around we can use Fire of the Dragon to increase affliction duration with the pistol. I don't know, for me that was kind of fun, just a little like added something in there that I wanted to fool around with. The weapon in itself I feel has a decent fire rate and reload time. I don't feel like I'm waiting a lot of time for the weapon to reload. I can take out chunks of opponents with it, but most importantly it gives me close range combat survivability, something that I really noticed when rescuing survivors, because when husks are dancing, they are not taking out the survivor. They are approaching it, but they're not dealing any damage, and this is huge. It is huge for casual endgame gameplay. And why is that? Because even though I didn't even notice it, I am using my pistol now to like rescue this survivor. I don't have my teddy tower down. As you can see, my hoverbutt is on cooldown, so I didn't use that either. So I'm just using my one, not even max perked weapon in an endgame mission. These survivors on vans are pretty hardcore in the endgame, I feel so anyway. And these are elemental husks. They deal like damage and drain energy. It's crazy, but they're just dancing towards the survivor, and I'm rescuing her. And what I didn't even notice was that I had an active encampment at the same time. Crazy! So I popped down the teddy here at the last, and I'm also going to be putting up the habit heart right before ending this, just because now I was done with what I wanted, and that was to test out the dancing and this pistol damage build with an endgame survivor with elemental husks, and it is amazing. Thank you very much for watching, guys. A huge thanks for your support, your comments, your likes. I absolutely love you guys. Be sure to put it down there. What build are you using with the hot mix pistol, if you are using it at all? It's not revolutionary, but it is a freaking awesome pistol.